Nation, what's up? It's Jay Hayes. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I attend Poly Prep. I just want to give a big shout out to all the Irish fans out there for the love and appreciation that you guys have shown me over this 15-month period. I committed in November 7, 2013, and I just want to tell you I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me. And I just want to tell you guys, go Irish, and the reason I chose Notre Dame is because of academic excellence and the opportunity for me and my family.
Jay is one of the more mature young men that we've recruited, and maybe you have to be. I don't spend a lot of time in Brooklyn, New York, but you know, he's probably a young man that had to grow up fast, living in Brooklyn. But he is one of the most fantastic young men that I've had a chance to recruit. Probably one of my favorite guys this year to recruit, just because he's always going to share with you stories and share with you his thoughts, and he's always contacting me and asking me questions, and just an outgoing young man that's very mature, knew exactly what he wanted in the early process. Had he not committed to Notre Dame, would have been a national recruit.
Jay Hayes is one of the 3 top players in the state of New York. He was also a national recruit. I saw him on film as a junior. I liked him as an offensive lineman. He prefers defensive end as when he plays at Poly Prep. And he's a very good one. I think he's a guy that can bulk up, be a 300 to 320-pound defensive tackle because he's got very good feet. He's got explosive moves off the ball. But he's a very determined ball player who listens to instructions. So I think Mike Elston will have a field day with this kid.
Pretty good year in Brooklyn for talent. There's a few good players coming out of that area, and Jay Hayes, certainly one of the best. Another kid with all the size you look for at the defensive line position. You don't see a lot of interior defensive linemen that have that 6'5" type of frame, and Jay Hayes has got that. So, you know, I think he's another kid that's still raw, but has a ton of ability, a ton of upside.
Jay Hayes is one of those guys that is really rangy and very agile to the point where he could not only play from a stand-up position as maybe a hybrid outside linebacker pass rush guy, but also with his hand on the ground off of the edge. Doesn't have outstanding overall size and bulk if you're going to count on this guy to be an every down player versus the run, but that will likely come again with increased time in the weight room. A lot of raw physical tools that technically the coaches at Notre Dame will work to hone and enhance over the course of time.
He's a relentless football player, relentless. He can play multiple positions across the front for us, from defensive end to defensive tackle to nose guard, based on how he grows, how his body turns out. But he's just a young man that plays hard every single down, very athletic, very aggressive, and going to bring a great skill set to the defensive line that we need.